Okay, entire screen. Can you see my screen? Is my screen visible to you guys?
Yes, I can see.
Okay,
Yes, I can see. Yes.
okay. So just started. Anyone from ITS team, have you started the recording? Okay, recording started. Cool. So, I think you guys have the syllabus, right?
Sorry. What's
The curriculum. Did Vijay share with you the curriculum?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so your basic training will be about SOC. So,
Yep.
um, I mean, either of you guys, just do you have any idea about what is SOC and what does SOC mean? The full form, anything, can be anything.
This is Security Operation Center.
Yeah. So, what is the role of SOC? I mean, what do they do?
Monitor
Secure.
alert, monitor alert,
Yes.
incident, incident response,
Yeah, exactly. So they
threat
monitor
detection,
alerts.
threat detection.
Sorry.
They
Yes.
detecting of and
Detect.
onboard onboard services to Splunk or whatever one they're using. I don't know.
Onboard services.
Yep.
And
Um.
one more.
Firewalls.
Analyze threats.
Analyze threat. Yeah. Threat intelligence. Yeah. Threat intelligence. Yeah.
Okay. So firstly, we are going to talk about monitoring alerts. So how do they monitor alerts? They make use of different Windows event IDs. Okay. Let's say I opened this whiteboard to show you guys something, like demonstrate something. So opening the Microsoft whiteboard will generate a log, correct? So
Yep.
how do I see that? If I press Windows and then log viewer, this is a application. You can download it, or you can go for Windows logs. Windows log. Okay, it's not installed. So I have log viewer installed. Log view plus.
Yep.
So if I open this, let it take some time. Okay, it's opening, loading libraries, initializing. Okay, give it a moment. Mm, okay. Mm, okay, authentication log. Let's go for here. Okay, it's not opening. I think I've deleted this HTTP shell log. Okay, just hold on. Open a log file. Uh, let's go to Windows events. Localhost events. Come on, man. Okay, hold on. What was the tool? Hold on, just a second.
Okay.
I forgot the name of the tool. Extremely sorry. Mm, it's supposed to be log viewer, but it's opening something else. Mm, event viewer, sorry. Yeah. If I maximize these, it's reading data. Hold on. So here's the log summary. Okay, reading. Let it read for some time. Okay, so you can see these are the last hour logs, correct? About audit success 1300 uh, 680 1380. If I click on one, I open it, you can see it says it opened event log right now. So it's the log. Microsoft Windows Security Auditor. You can see on the right side here, security auditing. So I did some kind of auditing here. Like I ran Microsoft Defender, I think. Then if I scroll down, you can see these are all security events, correct? So if I click on this, it shows event 5379. So this is the number, which is the event ID. Yeah.
Right.
Everything that we do has a event ID. A mouse click, opening an application, running an application, installing an application, everything creates an event ID. What does that mean? That means we are monitoring something. Monitoring for what? Let's say sending some information from one computer to other using FTP, let's say. Okay, let us uh, erase this. Don't worry, you'll get the recordings. So you'll can. So let's say you're using FTP. Okay,
Yeah.
what does it mean? File transfer, sorry, protocol. You are sending files from one computer to another computer, right? Let's say it's a file. So let's say you're working in a bank and you see an event ID that says, let's say 1234. This stands for FTP. In a bank, do you think any file will be transferred from one computer to another? No, right? Because in bank, everything needs to be secure, everything needs to be foolproof. No information should be transferred from one system to another. But still an FTP is taking place. So this will raise a red flag, right? Security
Mhm.
issue. So people in SOC generally, uh, what was the word? Monitors these kind of alerts. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say you have put in all the logs that you want to monitor. So 123 is for FTP. Let's say 1111 is for installation. Okay. Then let's say 222 is for, let's say, deletion. Okay. 121 is for new account creation. Okay. So let's say you have made a list of all the possible logs that could raise some kind of red flags. You store it in a file and then you put it in a tool that monitors all the logs and returns the output if any matching event ID is found. You can do that by Python, right? If you know coding, correct? So what's happening here? You are getting a list of alerts. So you're monitoring those alerts. So let's say installation. Let's say in a bank, I'm trying to install an app. If I'm doing that legitimately, let's say the bank needs an update installed. So I'll see, okay, 111 was performed on 11:55:26 a.m. on 27/01/2025. I will say, okay, this is a scheduled update every time at 11:55 an update takes place. So it's normal for me. But what if it takes place at 12:01:21 a.m.? That's not normal, right? Because what is an I mean, why there is an installation taking place at 12 at night, right, at midnight, correct? So this is going to raise a red flag, even though I have managed to like program this to say me, okay, show me installation. It is normal for a bank to install updates at this time. But if it is installing updates at 12:01 at night and it's not a scheduled update, what will be my first guess? Either my bank portal has been hacked, someone is trying to install any kind of malware, any kind of ransomware, correct? Or there might be an emergency update, correct? So here we move on to the next step, detecting alerts. Once an alert has been detected that, okay, at 12:01 a.m., new, what to say, installation is being done, or let's say a new account is being created. What will I do? First thing, I'll call up my manager or IT team and I'll ask, is there any installation that is being done during this time? If they say yes, then I'll let it slide because this is done by my internal team. If they say no, there is no update that is scheduled to take place at this time of the hour, what's going to happen? I can either do two of these things. First thing, I will straight up block the IP that is making the installation happen. Correct? Number two, what I can do is, let's say it's not being done by an external IP, it is done by an internal IP. Let's say, um, let's say an access point. What will be my second step? To disable the access point. Correct? Hello?
Yes, hello. I was
Yeah.
muted, so
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
listening. I hope
So,
my
any
question
doubts in
is
this one? Any
sorry.
doubts?
What's the question?
So, any doubts in the complete thing that I just said?
Okay, so you
Yeah.
said if the blocking the IP, so if um if um no installation is scheduled, so to
Yeah.
disable the access point.
So IP blocking or IP disable. Why I'm doing the IP blocking? Let's say not installation. Let's say any kind of file transfer protocol (FTP) is taking place. What I
Yeah,
can do? Either I can disable my access point to like not allow any kind of traffic to flow. I can disrupt that, or I can block the IP from where the this file transfer protocol is being taken place. Let's say I am a hacker. I hacked into a bank trying to get some information about a client. It can be any place, either a bank, a shopping mall, any place with a computer. So when a SOC analyst finds this out, what he is going to do? He or she is going to block my computer IP from accessing the computer that I hacked. First thing. Or if she cannot block me, let's say I have spoofed my IP in some way, like IP spoofing or IP routing. Let's say I'm using a VPN or something like that, or I'm using something known as DNS tunneling. What will happen? They won't be able to block my actual IP, right? So what is the next safe thing to do? Disable the access point. If they are present physically there, they can either pull out the cable If they are not, they can do it using any kind of tool they already have in the network. What kind of tools? We'll come to that later. Any doubts?
Maybe
Yeah, go on.
um,
Go on, ask me
you
freely.
mean you mean what kind of tools they're using to they can put
We'll
in the
come to
network?
that. We'll come to that. In the next part, we'll come to that.
Yeah, they might put what is it called? All this. I don't know if they use like Wireshark or something. No, no. Good
Wireshark, I'll tell you about
virus.
Wireshark. We will be coming to Wireshark later, but I'll just give you a hint. Wireshark is basically used to like sniff through traffic. It's not a tool that you use to block something, but it basically, let's say your traffic is flowing, you need to know what kind of traffic is going. I'll show you Wireshark.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. Okay, no problem. We'll come to that.
I'll show you Wireshark. Just we'll get into this one about depth, but I just want to show you. So this Wireshark. If I open it, remind me later. I don't want to install new one. Okay. See, if you can see, my Wi-Fi is generating some kind of curves there, right?
Yeah.
So this is my outflow or inflow traffic. If I double click on this, you can see continuous traffic is flowing. What kind of traffic, you may ask? This is a UDP connection. What is the UDP connection that I'm using now? Google Meet, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are two kinds of connection, as we know, TCP and UDP. So TCP
Yeah.
is a stateful, what to say? Just hold on, I'll just. Okay. Okay, where's my pen? I need to change color. Purple, let's say. Okay, there are two kinds of traffic, TCP and UDP. Hold on. I need to write straight. Mm, okay. Uh, TCP and UDP, correct?
Yeah.
What is the difference between TCP and UDP? One simple example, one line example.
Mm, I'm not sure on this one.
One big example is the popular video streaming site YouTube. Okay, why? How can we say YouTube is the biggest example? Hold on, I need to. How can we say that? Any idea?
YouTube is it TCP or UDP?
YouTube, it's both. Now, how? I'll give you an example. Just I want to know, like, try
Is it
something.
because it's a streaming platform like video?
Yes, exactly. So when YouTube has two different modes, you can either use YouTube as a live, like you can watch live videos in YouTube, or you can watch pre-recorded videos in YouTube which are uploaded. Now, what is the difference between those? In a live video, it doesn't get saved, so it is stateless. Let's say you are doing Instagram live. What happens in Instagram live? A video is being continuously played. It doesn't need to save. Why? Let's say you're doing Instagram live, you like kind of glitched out. Someone commented, could you please say that again? You are freezing or it is glitching. You can say that again, right? There is
Yeah.
no use for
Yes.
that video to get saved, correct?
Yeah.
But TCP is stateful. That means once a YouTube video is uploaded, it won't glitch. It will stay as it is. Like a proper video, you can watch it anytime. You can skip, rewind, go 5 seconds faster, 5 seconds slower. Correct?
Yeah.
So let's say I'm taking this class. It is live, it is being held via the UDP protocol. Full form is user datagram protocol. PROTOCOL. Okay. User datagram protocol. What happens is basically, let's say I talk about monitoring alerts. You are unable to listen, or some my voice breaks. Let's say I lose my internet connection for a few seconds. What will happen? You can say that, okay, I did not understand this. Didn't quite get you. Your voice broke. Could you please say that again? I can say that again, right? But that doesn't happen in TCP. Why? Because TCP, I record a video properly, I edit it, and then I upload it, and then the video can be rewinded. Let's say there is a problem in your internet connection, you can rewind the video and watch it. But in UDP, it doesn't happen. UDP is for live. Okay. So since I'm using Google Meet, you can see all my protocol is being sent by UDP. So if I stop my capturing, go to statistics, protocol hierarchy, it's analyzing. Hold on, give it a second. Okay. You can see everything has been sent via transport layer security or TLS. Data is being sent. What is the data? It falls under UDP, user datagram protocol. So if I minimize this, you can see that internet protocol version 6 user datagram protocol, this data is sent. So if I minimize this, data is gone. If I maximize this, you can see out of my 100 frames, 100% packets that are sent, 93% packets are sent via UDP. Okay. And it is real-time transport protocol, transport control protocol. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah. So which ones will the attacker put in the network then for where we are before? You said which ones can be on the network. So is it something like viruses or
No, no, no. So
ransomware?
while you're talking about TCP and UDP, there are connections. So I was talking about, what was I talking about? Uh, Hold on. I just need to zoom out, then I'll understand.
Yeah.
What was I talking about? Okay,
The
we're
the
talking about
the
Wireshark. Sorry. So from Wireshark, we came to know about this. So every kind of data that flows through a computer or devices can be monitored by Wireshark. So you cannot disable any kind of access point or disable any kind of device via Wireshark. That we have a different tool for that. We'll talk about that. But
okay,
just
okay, yeah.
basics, I just showed you Wireshark.
That's interesting to know how Wireshark. So how does it do the sniffing? So this sniffing now in the
Yes,
middle
it,
of the
it is
network.
continuously saving. So if I resume it again, as you can see, if I start it again, continue that saving, it will start sniffing again. So this is real-time data that is going.
So is
Everything
it
I'm
free
talking
too?
about
Is
is
it
being.
free?
Yes, the Wireshark is free.
So if you go to the website wireshark.com,
Yeah.
you can start to sniff your own
No,
network.
it is not a website basically. From the website, you download the tool. So if I go to Wireshark, you see it's an app. You have to install it.
Okay, yeah.
It's free of cost. You can install it anytime.
Okay,
I mean, later in this part, we'll talk about why Wireshark is important as well. Okay.
okay.
So now we have onboard services, as you said. We are going to talk about this in the last part of this module. Why? I'll talk to you about that later. Because now we don't know anything about services. Okay. We'll talk about that
Yeah.
later. Okay. What color should I use next? Let's pick green. Okay. Now, what was the last one? Analyze threats. Let's say the company where I'm working, let's say XYZ company. I'm working here, xyz.com. Okay, or XYZ Corporation.com is the website. XYZ Corp.
Mm.
Okay, let's say I'm
Yeah.
working here. How will I analyze threats? A scenario. I wake up at 2 a.m. in the night. I get an I get a call from my manager that our systems are hacked. Please come to the office as soon as possible. You run to your office and you find out that malware has infected the system. Okay. Every 5 minutes, a file is being deleted. Okay. And lots of files have been deleted already. What do you do first? You turn on your antivirus, try to quarantine the malware. Okay. Now from here on, you have to do two things. What are the two things? Any idea? First thing, you need to analyze the log. Analyze logs. Why? You need to know from where did it come? Who did it? What is it trying to do? And why is it trying to do? The five W's. Sorry, four W's. And when? Sorry, five is there. When? When did it first hit? Where did it come from? Who did it? What it is trying to do and why it is doing it. Okay. Second thing, what you are trying to do is, second thing, you will analyze the malware itself. Why? So using logs, you'll find out when. Using logs, you'll find out from where it came. Using logs, you'll find out who did it. Now, after analyzing the malware, you'll find out why and what. Why it is doing such thing? In the malware, you'll find out the code that it is deleting things. So that is, oh, sorry, what it is trying to do, it is deleting things. And why it is trying to do that? Let's say the malware has already copied, let's say there's a file, it has made a copy of the file, send the file via FTP, and then it is deleting the original file. So what does that leave us with? Now a guy has complete information about the files that we handle. He has all the files with him and he has deleted our original files so that he can ask for a ransom or leak it in the dark web. Anything he can do. That's up to him. So analyzing the logs gives us three answers, and analyzing the malware gives us two answers. Okay, any doubts? Hello?
Hello.
No doubt, I understand.
Sorry?
Yeah, just I'm following. So
Okay.
analyzing the logs, it gives us the three answers. Why? Sorry, where, who,
Where, who, and when.
and when.
Analyzing the malware gives us what and why. So
Okay.
this falls under analyzing the threat. Okay. This is the basic role of a SOC analyst. Just the overview. We'll get into it much deeper as we go through the course. But now you have a basic idea of what they do, right?
Yes.
Now let's say an interviewer asks you what is the role of a SOC and how do they do it? How would you answer that? One by one, I'll just go. First with you.
Who is
Like first,
first?
yes, anyone can go first. Hello?
I'll go second.
Okay, you
Yeah.
mean I should go first?
Yeah, Anthony, you can go first. No
Oh,
issues. So let's say I'm the interviewer. I'm asking you, okay, hi Anthony, can you please tell me what is the role of a SOC analyst and how do they complete their role? Just a few lines, please.
Okay. A SOC analyst will um, firstly monitor, alert, then detect. They monitor, detect, and analyze. And
Yes.
how they do it is so um, they 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 do it through the logs.
Yes.
So yeah, they analyze the logs to understand when things happen, who did it, where it happens, and they analyze why and what and why that
Okay.
happened.
Okay,
So
that's a good answer. Would you like to go next?
Okay. Um, I've said the role of a SOC analyst basically involves monitoring alerts
Mhm.
by setting up events ID
Yes.
using the
One.
right using the right tools that will trigger any alert of abnormal movement. And when
Yeah.
such is detected, first is
Mhm.
to analyze the logs to know where or who or when it was done.
Yeah.
And when that has been done, then
Yes.
the malware that's what used for the attack can
Mhm.
be analyzed as well to know why it was done and what is being done by the malware.
Exactly. So both of you have given good answers. Now we can merge it by saying, so here would be a good refined and structured answer. So basically, you would say the basic job of a SOC analyst is to monitor, detect, and analyze threats. They monitor alerts by using of this event IDs that are produced by the Windows, Microsoft Windows, or it can be Linux event IDs as well. As long as it is using a operating system or a service, it will generate a event ID. Using the event ID, if it is flagged as suspicious, it is going to detect the alert and then throw us a message saying an alert has been detected or a red flag has been raised. Once a red flag has been raised and the alert has been configured to be a threat, it is then the job of a SOC analyst to analyze the threat as well. How do they do it? They first try to quarantine the threat, then they go through the logs to analyze where it started, who did it, why did they do it, when did they do it, and what are they trying to do using this kind of threat. Okay,
Okay.
any doubts?
no, that's clear. That's complete.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next one, which is the last this means the second what to say. Okay, guys, we're not working. That's all. So the second point would be, what is SIEM? SIEM, whatever you want to call it. What is a SIEM? Any ideas? Any of you?
See,
Security.
Yeah. What does it stand for? Any clue?
Yeah, security is it incident and event management system.
Yes.
it's basically to identify the patterns, I think, of how a threat is being to identify patterns of how it, of a threat. Something like that.
System intrusion and event management.
Oh, is it system intrusion?
It depends. People call it
Yeah.
system. People call it security. Basic work is same. Now you can use any of these two words. You can use either security or system. Like it depends. So what is the work of a SIEM? What is a SIEM actually? It's a tool. Popular example of SIEM tools are Splunk. Then we have Wazoo. We have Security Onion. security audience. We have manage engine. We have Datadog. We have SolarWinds. We have CrowdStrike. There are many tools available in the market. Now, sorry, what do they do is the basic question. So, in our previous discussion, we said we detect threats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Detecting is basically done by them. Who? The SIEM tools. How do they do it? It's a one line answer. It filters, sorry, it collects logs, filters for suspicious logs, categorizes it, and then makes sense out of it. It's basically a like, do you guys drink tea? No?
What?
Do you guys drink tea?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so when we prepare tea, we have a strainer, right? To let's strain the tea leaves, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
A seam
Same.
is basically a strainer. What does it do? It filters suspicious logs, categorizes it, and then makes sense out of it. It's a three-part answer. Sorry, fourth part. It collects the logs at first. Why does it collect the log? To see what are all the logs present. So Microsoft generate logs. A seam tool collects it, filters for suspicious logs. Like any kind of logs that are suspicious are filtered by any kind of seam tool. Then they categorize it. Okay, these logs are important. These logs look out of time. These logs look completely sus. Okay, let's say uh, some guy is trying to create an admin account in your company at 2 a.m. in the morning. So let's say 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 10 a.m. Which one of these looks suspicious to you?
2 a.m.
2 a.m., right? This is
Mm.
extremely suspicious, so this will be marked as a red flag. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about the 5 a.m. one? Does that look suspicious as well?
Yep.
Kind of. It will raise a kind of flag, not a complete red flag, but still a flag. Like, why would a person open an admin account at 5 a.m. in the morning? Might be some admin has been locked out, or someone is working, or there has been some security tests that have been running, any kind of beta tests, right? But at 10 a.m. in the morning, it's a perfect green flag. So what happens? Creating a account has already been marked as a suspicious log for me. Why? Because it's not every day that you create accounts, right? Once in a while, someone new joins the office, he's going to create an account. But let's say out of the blue, you see someone creating an account. You will be suspicious to know whether this is a real person opening an account, like an admin account, or there's a fake one. Let's say some hacker is trying to get in. You will be obviously like kind of stoop to know, right? So this is where I mark it as a suspicious log or a suspicious event ID. So logs, I won't use the word logs, events. Okay.
Okay.
So categorize it. So 5 a.m. will be categorized as okay, it's still flaggable. 2 a.m. definitely flaggable. 10 a.m. in the morning, it's not flaggable. Then they try to make sense out of these two. So now that it has been whitelisted, it won't be flagged. Now the SIEM tool will try to make sense among these two, especially the one which occurred at 2 a.m. in the morning. 5 a.m. it will not allow the user to open the account, maybe. Now you have created an admin account, you won't be able to access it. What will happen? If it is an actual person, he will contact the technical guys that guys, I have created an account at 5 in the morning. Maybe the SIEM tool has some kind of blocked me and not allowing me to open it, right? He will still be able to access the login page. But if it happens at 2 a.m. in the morning, the SIEM tool will automatically block his IP altogether. Like, why are you opening an account at 2 a.m. in the morning or at night 2 a.m.? So that is definitely flaggable, right? So this is how they make sense out of it. Any doubts?
So where does the log come from that
Like
is collected?
the event manager, this event viewer. So basically it pulls out all the logs. Like if you integrate, so basically I'll show you what happens is, so basically let's say you have Splunk. Okay. Splunk is basically a dashboard that is installed on a SOC team's computer, let's say. So let's say there's a computer of the SOC team. It is installed in the SOC team computer. Now he will have a dashboard. Like he can monitor every computer. How will he monitor every computer? There is something known as an agent. It's around 1 to 5 MB file that is installed on every employee's computer or laptop. Okay. What does this do? This kind of integrates with the Microsoft Event Viewer or your event viewing software and pulls all the logs out of it or copies all the logs and puts it in the Splunk dashboard. Now you have the dashboard here. Let's say I've zoomed in. What happens is in the dashboard, let's say you have 300 employees. So in one log, it says that all the systems have been updated to the latest Windows 11. Latest Win 11 Pro update. Let's say it generates a event ID of 311911. Let's say all the computers has been updated except for two devices that did not generate this log. The agent will not pull any kind of logs for those two computers, right? Those two computers will pop up that these two has not performed this update, or you can filter it. Let's say a new update comes up, all the employees have updated it except for two guys. So if you filter it, you will find only 298 logs that match the law event ID, correct? Two will be missing. So you can search for the two missing ones using a query. So Splunk has a query based search system. Okay. So using a query, you can find out which two computers did not generate this log in the last 1 hour, or let's say last 24 hours. We'll be able to find the two devices. using what? Using an agent. It's basically a small application. So, do you guys have graphics cards installed in your computers?
No,
Okay.
I
Have you?
don't.
Okay. So let's say I am using Java. So you can see Java update is available, right? Or I'm using Telegram. Telegram is hidden here, right? So agents are small applications like this. So you can see Telegram is not open in my like how do I put it? In my taskbar. But still it is running. How? An agent of Telegram is running.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear him.
Network.
I'm sorry, my internet was breaking. Okay, where was I?
Oh,
Yeah, so where was
Tele-
I?
Telegram agent. Agent.
Okay, yeah, Telegram agent. So let's forget about Telegram. Let's say about Java. So you can see I opened Java right now. If I close it, there is no Java in my taskbar, right? But still it is showing Java updates are available. So this is an agent of Java that is installed on my computer via the main Java servers. So if any update is available on the servers, it lets the agent know, and the agent shows me that boss, an update is available. Would you like to install it? So basically, the work of an agent,
Sorry, I
let's
can't see
say,
your screen.
yeah,
I can't see your screen.
okay. Hold on. Sorry, extremely sorry. Completely forgot. Sorry about that. Okay, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Yes.
Can you, both of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Not yet.
So this one, starting with Java. Okay. You can see if I open Java, now it pops up Java, right? So this is a Java update. If I close it, it's not in my taskbar. Even if I go to Task Manager and you can see my apps, you can see no Java here, right? You can see Firefox, Sticky Notes, Task Manager, Whiteboard, right? There's
Yeah.
no Java apps running. But in the background, if I search EFGH, GKLM, so you can see Java update scheduler. What is this? This is an update. This does not consume lot of memory. 0.1 MB it uses. From where is it installed? It is installed from the main Java servers in my laptop to tell me if any new updates are available and if I want to update it. Okay. So you can say that this is a Java agent installed in my laptop. This is not a Splunk based agent, but an example of an agent that I'm showing. So what does an agent basically do? Let's say you have 5 computers, right? You want to connect them to your main machine. How do you do that? You do that using agents. Basically, they create a connection between your computer and the device that you will be monitoring, and it supplies all the information that you want. Basically, it acts as a messenger. Okay.
Mm.
It sends messages to your computer saying this is installed, this is not installed, this thing is enabled, this thing is disabled, firewall is enabled, firewall is disabled. So every kind of information are being sent by these agents. Okay. Hello, did I get cut off again?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So any doubts on this one?
No. So you have to create a connection between
Yeah.
the agent
Yeah.
and
You
you
basically
want
you
to
don't
connect.
need to connect. So when you install Splunk, you will get a one line command that you need to run on PowerShell or command prompt. or if you're using Linux in the terminal, you have to run just a one-line command for installing the agent. It will get automatically installed and it will configure itself. We don't need to worry about that. It is pre-configured to send all your information. You don't need to set that. Now, what all information you want to withdraw, you can do it using the Splunk dashboard. Okay.
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 So this is what a SIEM tool does, or SIEM does. So now we know what is SOC and what is a SIEM. Okay.
Mm.
Clear on this, everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so today's class is going to end now. And for the next class, we are going to learn two more things, which is what is a SOC team and what are the roles and responsibilities of SOC and their models. Second thing we're going to learn is what are the SOC analyst entry-level trainings, certifications, and job demand in the market. Okay.
Okay.
So tomorrow, hopefully, your module 1 will get ended. We'll start with the module 2, which is basically understanding cyber threats, indicators of attack, attack methodologies, what are the kinds of attacks that takes place, major threats. Like I'll show you even a live malware. Then why we use Wireshark, what are the things that we look for in a Wireshark like application. So these are the things that we'll be looking for. Okay. Okay. So thank you for your time today. Thank you for joining. We'll meet again in the next class tomorrow, same time. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's
And
good. Yeah.
make sure to create the Skype IDs so we can go for a seamless class, because
Skype
Google,
ID.
yeah, you create a Skype account.
Yeah.
You share it with Vijay. Vijay is going to add both of you and me and himself in a group, and we
Okay.
can continue the class from there, because this is the problem with Google Meet. So if I get disconnected, I won't even know. But in Skype,
Okay.
at
Okay.
least if I get disconnected, I can reconnect immediately and my screen will be recorded, even if I get disconnected.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We'll try and get Skype now after
Yeah,
calling
sure,
you.
sure. That's no issue. Take your time about that.
Okay.
Okay, then you guys can drop the call. Thank you for your time.
Right.
Have a
Okay.
great day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Good night.
Bye. Bye.